forum chairs and vice chairs who were just amazing this year at holding events and really explaining what certification is, and our corporate sponsors who assisted us and helped us hold events, and we just had a tremendous year. And I know that next year it will be even more amazing. So I want to, WBEC-West, the staff, the board, we just want to thank you for supporting us, believing in us, and just having the faith that we would be able to do that. Because last year when I said it, people were like, we'll see. And so for those of you who know me, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing it. I don't care, we're doing it. I don't care if I have to knock at every door that I'm like on the website, ooh, they're certified. They're able to be certified. I'm knocking on the door and I'm like, do you know about certification? I mean, we were gonna make it, so thank you. So this year, I am going to say that next year we will hit our 2,000 mark. And we truly believe that we can do it because we truly believe that we have such great supporters in this room. And for those people who could not make it tonight, I know that they are with us in spirit. So I am just extremely excited. I want to truly thank tonight because we would not be able to hold this type of event without our forum chairs and our vice chairs and our forum committee and every single WBE. So I want to thank them. I also want to take time to thank our corporate sponsors because without them we could not hold this event. And I also want to thank the board because without the board we would not, they have set such high expectations for the organization. And not only have they set those expectations, they've actually said, you know what? We're going to be active in helping the organization reach those goals. And we would not be able to do that without the support of our board. So at this time, I would like to introduce Linda Paw, the WBEC-West Board Chairman.
Fabulous music, didn't I? Welcome, good evening. I did write my notes tonight because I can tend to veer off a little bit if I don't, so I'll keep us to task so that we actually can eat dinner and get out of here on time. Good evening. As WBEC-West's chairman, it is my honor to welcome you to our awards gala. Pamela and her dedicated staff, the WBEs in Las Vegas, and all of the volunteers have worked diligently for months to make the past 2 days both valuable and memorable. Can I have the WBEC-West staff, the volunteers, and anyone who helped take our event from concept to reality, please stand. Please. I know that WBEC-West staff's out there. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. On behalf of WBEC-West, thank you to our corporate members and sponsors, to our WBE sponsors, to WeBank, especially Candace Waterman, who has helped support WBEC-West in our growth and has helped us get over some of the hurdles we've faced. Thank you again to UPLV Entertainment, LT Inventions, Encore, and Burke & Associates for creating our entire gala experience. It's really wonderful. Thank you to the Hilton. Thank you to the Hilton and their staff, particularly the kitchen and the wait staff who are serving us this evening. And thank you to each of you for being here this evening. Life is full of choices, and you made a choice to be here. We appreciate your time and your personal commitment. As some of you may know, I have had the privilege of working with WBEC-West since its inception. Salt River Project is one of 4 founding members of WBEC-West. Over the years, I have worn many different WBEC-West hats. Some I found more fashionable and more fitting than others, if you know what I mean. But as I'm sure many of you know from direct experience, when the time comes, you put on the hat that you're called to wear. I'm grateful for the experiences being involved with the WBEC-West that WBEC-West, being involved with WBEC-West has lent me. And I can honestly say, supporting WBEC-West's growth and seeing the organization flourish has been a reward unto itself. Tonight, we will honor women business enterprises, corporations, and individuals who understand and employ the power of certification. It is truly my delight to be a part of this special evening. Congratulations in advance to all of our nominees and our award recipients. Thank you.
So let's keep the party polite.
So, for those of you who attended last year's event, when we said we were going to be holding our next event and that we were going to top what we did, I got several phone calls and they were like, how are you going to do that? And so at first I was like, I don't know, because last year really rocked. But as you can see, this year, I think we have hit it out of the ballpark. And I am so not a sports person, so I don't even know what that's like baseball, basketball, or football, but I know it's good. That's all I know is I know it's good. Baseball. So we hit it out of the ballpark. So we have just a tremendous team, and we have such a great team in Las Vegas. And so I want to kind of talk a little bit about the people who helped put this event on. And I'm going to talk about the WBE support that we have first, and then fortunately or unfortunately, I'm going to come back and talk about the corporate support that we've had to put this event on. But when I came up with the concept for tonight, and for those people who know me, I can get pretty far out there, and so I have a really great team who's like, yeah, that's not going to happen. But there are two people that are on our committee for the forum that were like, when I talked with them, they saw the vision, they didn't run out of the building screaming, they stayed with me, and they made this happen tonight. And so one is Julie Robinson, and she did all of the entertainment tonight. So Julie Robinson did every piece of entertainment in this room tonight. The second person that I talked with, when I talked about my vision, and I gotta tell you, she did not even blink an eye. And I told my husband about my vision, and he blinked so many times I thought I needed to call an ambulance. So I would like to introduce one of the WBs who truly made the process very easy, who truly did not faint when I said, you know, I wanted it to look like night. I wanted it to look like when people walked in the room that they were like, wow. Who just said, you know what, Pamela, I can do it. She's like, you're my client, I can make this happen. She is also our title WB sponsor tonight, so I would like you to put your hands together. I feel like a talk show. Put your hands together. So I'd like you to give just a warm welcome for Lori Travis.
I feel like I'm in Hollywood or something. Is that too loud? Well, I must welcome all of you and thank you for taking the time out and joining us here at the Las Vegas Hilton. And I want to thank the Las Vegas Hilton staff for helping us and hosting this. And then I have another very special person in the room. I have Michael Eric Robinson. It was Veterans Day the other day. We have a Brigadier General in our audience. Pamela Williamson's brother is here to support his sister. So Eric, could we all give him a round of applause and thank him what he has done in his life for our country. in all respect, I always have to make sure I thank all the people that protect us all the time. Then I would like to thank WBEC-West. Our girl Pamela and Tanya and their team has been incredible. I could say I've had many issues in my business like everybody else in the world, but I don't think I could have got through the last year and a half without them. So my hat's off to you guys, and thank you for supporting me and giving me the right direction. And thank you for accepting me for who I am. Thank you very much, ladies. I love all of you. I just have so many people I have to thank. Anna Seifer is one of the most wonderful women in the whole wide world. I opened up a balloon business probably 22 years ago with 400 feet. It was a small warehouse, but it was like rubber gold, $1 balloon, and this is where I am today. So Anna, thank you for all the years and the support that you and Joanne West has given me. Thank you very much. And then, I must say, I have to say the story of how I became a member. Harris Entertainment took me underneath their wing when they bought out the Holiday Inn many years ago. And I can't even tell you what that corporation has done. 6 years ago, Fred and Tony took me and sat me down and showed me and taught me what diversity was about. I just can't tell you, they took me to National. National is unbelievable, and whoever is not utilizing their certification and going to these conventions, ladies, you've got to get involved. You have to go.
Jessica.
Sorry, thank you. I just have so much to say. So I went to the conference and I helped them work their booths, and I couldn't get certified fast enough. They took me from, I lost my house, my car. 6 years ago I was totally broke, and many of the corporations like MGM here tonight, many people have helped me, and each and every one of them, I can't say thank you. And my team, LT Inventions, it's not about LT. It's about the team and the people I work with. I want to thank all the board for National and WBEC-West board. I just want to thank all of you guys for taking the time and coming out and visit with us. Enjoy the evening, and I hope, and I know I love all of you, and thank you for coming. Enjoy your evening.
So one last round of applause for Lori Travis. And so I know my brother is now thinking that he was adopted because his last name is actually Williamson. So I would like to just thank him for coming. He was supposed to speak at the lunch and he was delayed. So please give a round of applause for my non-adopted brother, Brigadier General Michael Eric Williamson. WBEC-West would not be successful without the assistance and support of all of our corporate sponsors. So as you could see when you walked up in the room and when the PowerPoint was running, all of the corporates who have just truly supported this organization. And I know that you love to hear me speak and you would like me to run through all their names, but last year I think people were about to throw tomatoes because I talked too much. So I'm not going to do that because they did roll them, but please know from the bottom of the WBEC-West heart and soul that we so appreciate everything that you do for us. And so please make sure that as the screens are running and the corporations who have supported this organization, that their names are up there. please just say a thank you to them when you bump into them, because truly we would not be able to do this without them. This year we were extremely fortunate to have Chevron step up as the title sponsor for this event. So I saw the Chevron in the reception, which was just amazing, and he was like, wow, this is a great event. And I'm like, it's your event. And so, thank you. And so I really want to thank Chevron. I have the honor and privilege of bringing Ron Rodriguez to this stage right now. I just, again, please note that if, I didn't run through all the names of the corporates, but please know that I am so sincerely grateful for everything that you have done and all the support that you have given us, because we would not be in the position we are right now. And also, you know what, we won't hit 2,000 without you. And I truly believe that we can hit the 2,000 certified WBEs in WBEC-West next year this time. And so please join me in welcoming Ron Rodriguez from Chevron to the stage.
Wow, that's good music. Maybe we should just keep that music going, start the party, forget the speech. I don't want to hear too many ahas on that. So my name is Ron Rodriguez. I'm the Supplier Diversity and Local Content Manager for Chevron Corporation. I'm very pleased to be here this evening. Thank you all for your attendance tonight. And Chevron is very pleased to be a title sponsor for the 7th annual WBEC, Matchmaker Madness event and Excellence Awards. Maybe it's the other way around. But anyway, we're very pleased to be a title sponsor. And again, I'm so glad that all of you are here this evening. And I also want to thank WBEC-West for choosing such a great location to have this event. I mean, I can tell my manager back in the office that I got a very solid excuse for coming to Las Vegas. Coming to Las Vegas is always fun, it's always action-packed, and this week has not been an exception. It's been great. So thank you, WBEC-West, for picking such a great, wonderful city. One of the things that we want to do at Chevron is we do want to benefit the communities in which we operate. We do want to create jobs. We do want to inject dollars into the local economy. We want to do work with WBEs in the areas where we serve the community and where we operate. And I know that's the case for many of the other corporations that are here this evening also. And so in pursuit of that, we have certain procurement strategies that we utilize. We have our sourcing events, we have our training, our tracking, our outreach. We pay attention to certification. We pay attention to our Tier 2 spend. And if you think of these last couple of days, when it comes to sourcing, finding suppliers, trying to build relationships, this has been fantastic. I mean, with the matchmaking that occurred today, the reverse road show, trade show, if you will, all of the networking, which of course is certainly continuing even this evening. That's why Chevron is so happy to be able to be a title sponsor. When that type of activity is occurring, it's just wonderful. And the other thing that I think about is that this is the 7th event, and I'm a little bit of a history buff, so it makes me think about, it's been 7 years since the first one, since 2004, 2003, whatever the math is. And a lot has transpired in the last 7 years when you think about it. There's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of peaks and valleys, economic boom times and economic bust times, good times and difficult times. And I ponder a little bit, well, what will the next 7 years look like? If we're back here in 2017, let's say. And I don't think any of us know for sure, but I think we can probably be fairly certain that there will continue to be some peaks and valleys, economic good times and tough times, good overall times and difficult times. And I think what WBEs and corporations need to pay attention to is that there's certain core values that we can focus on that will help us maximize the benefit that we get from the good times and help us prevail and weather the storm during the difficult times. And one example would be investing in our people, training our people, developing our people, increasing their skills. Here again, look what's gone on in the last couple of days. It's been great. I know myself, I was fortunate enough to go to a training session that dealt with connecting the dots between supplier diversity and procurement. And I definitely walked away with a few new nuggets of knowledge. And that's what it's all about, is having a few of those aha moments. And I know on the WBE side, There's a session on going global and thinking about going international. And look at the strategic thinking skills that get developed when a person attends a session like that, where you get a better idea of how to make some of those tough strategic decisions when you have fewer informational inputs, when the decision is certainly longer term in nature. That's excellent training. And you know, the exposure that the WBE's got at that class about the whole concept of global supply chains, international supply chains versus the local supply chain. Global, a little bit more emphasis on leveraging the spend, leveraging the scale, the size. Local supply chains, a little bit more emphasis on flexibility, innovation, being nimble, niche market. And so to be able to think about the tensions between those two approaches, what's the right balance, what's the right way to go, that's excellent learning. So again, just some additional examples of why we're so pleased at Chevron to be able to enable, or at least contribute to that type of learning going on for the attendees at the event these past couple days. So with that, I would just like to emphasize, as my predecessors have just emphasized, enjoy the rest of the evening, have a good time. Should be difficult to do with this venue, with all these great people. I know I'm going to have a good time for the rest of the evening. I know you will too. And thank you very much for being here this evening.
Well, at this time we're actually going to continue our dinner service, but I wanted to remind you that we're going to keep the silent auction open until 9 o'clock. And if you haven't had a chance to go